Here he is, the one, the only...
Well, here I am again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra $100.
On deck. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Robin Stevens and Virginia Schoen. These are both girls' names now. Which one is Robin?
That's me, Groucho. I'm Robin.
You're Robin, huh? How'd you get a girl's name, Robin?
Well, that's really not a girl's name in Scotland, and that's where it comes from, Groucho.
Yeah, but you're not in Scotland.
Well, my grandfather, great-great-grandfather, was a duke in Scotland.
Oh. Now, you're Virginia Schoen, right?
Yes.
Is that the way you pronounce it, Schoen?
Yes.
Haven't I seen you someplace before, Virginia? Or have you been on our show before?
No.
Well, you have a very familiar look. Why is that?
Well,
I've seen you someplace.
Maybe you saw me in the papers.
In the papers?
A few weeks ago.
Oh, yes. No, you were appointed to represent the United States at the United Nations. Is that right?
No, I caught my toe in the refrigerator door.
Well, I don't understand. How come you got your toe caught in the icebox? What were you doing? Were you defrosting yourself?
No, I was playing dominoes with my neighbor and...
Oh, well, now that clears that up. You didn't say that. Dominoes sure has changed since I was alive.
Well,
I always play with my toes in the cookie jar. Skip, you'll pardon me if I seem dense, but could you give us the whole story? Tell us what happened.
Well, briefly, I was sitting at my breakfast nook, and I was playing dominoes, and I put my foot up on the refrigerator, and...
You were playing dominoes alone?
No, with my next-door neighbor.
Oh.
And I put my foot up there, and I wiggled my toe in that hole where my handle had been removed, and my toe went, put my other foot on top of it, and my foot went to sleep, and I couldn't get it out.
Well, what happened then?
Well, my neighbor got so excited, she called the fire department, and...
Fire department to get your foot out of an icebox?
Yes, to remove my toe from it.
I see, and they came?
Yes.
And what did the fire chief have to say when he saw this disaster?
Well, they all came in, and he just stood there and he said, well, I'll be darned.
They always talk strong like that, though. They're addicted to this kind of language. Well, it's like I've always said, dominoes is a very dangerous game. You can get killed playing dominoes if they catch you cheating. Now, were the firemen pretty angry at having to spend all this time extracting your toe?
No, because they become my friends. They'd been there before.
They're there frequently? Yeah? You mean you've had a number of fires at your house?
No. A few months before that, I got my arms caught in the garbage disposal.
What were you playing this time, tiddlywinks?
No,
How could you get your arms caught in a garbage disposal?
well, I didn't wash some dishes, and I had one arm in there.
You always have one arm in when you...
I reached in there to see about a spoon. As I did, my neighbor called me from her bathroom window, and I thought she was in pain or something. I looked out, and next thing I knew, both my arms were in there.
Well, how'd you get out of this mess?
The fireman, my daughter called the fireman, and...
They came back again?
Yes.
Don't they have any time at all for fires in your neighborhood? They spend all their time running up to your house? Wouldn't it be simpler if you lived at the fire station? Well, you're a real nice girl with enough hard luck for everybody in Los Angeles. Maybe your luck will change in the quiz and you'll win enough money tonight to pay for your next accident. Robin, let's talk to you. What kind of work do you do?
Well, my brother and I own a business called Up and Atom.
Well, what is an atom? Is it a breakfast cereal with fallout?
No, actually, Groucho. My brother and I, we own the Up and Atom Enterprises, and we build and demonstrate scientific equipment at schools, clubs, fairs, ladies' breakfasts, anything you want.
Well, what kind of scientific demonstrations do you perform?
Well, for example, we throw 2-foot lightning bolts, and we break a glass with sound waves. Things that you hear about and never see. Lots more like that.
You break a glass with sound waves?
That's right.
Well, I don't need all that equipment. I got up this morning, looked in the mirror, and the glass broke by itself. Well, let me see you make a 2-foot bolt of lightning. I'll tell you what you do. You make a 2-foot bolt of lightning, and the audience will make a bolt for the door.
Well,
I think the audience will get a big charge out of that.
No doubt. However, I think the audience is safe tonight, Groucho. It's pretty hard to do without a lot of generators and equipment here on the stage.
Well, what can you demonstrate safely here? I mean, that won't blow up the joint.
Well, I did bring something down with me. I have it over here.
Oh, you did? Well, Fenneman, he's got some equipment out there. Bring it out, huh? Now, that's a good boy. Is there any charge for that?
No, no charge.
Okay, Robin Redbreast, what is all this stuff?
Well, actually, in this cylinder, Groucho, I have a mixture of oxygen and helium. Now, the air in this room, in the studio here, is made up of oxygen and nitrogen.
Yes, there's very little oxygen, I must say.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do, Groucho, is breathe this mixture.
Yeah.
Now, it's perfectly harmless, but I'll replace the nitrogen in the air with the helium. And you can hear the effect of my voice. So this is something they overlook in the science fiction movies you see now. The hero gets up on the planet, he jerks off his face mask, starts talking like he was back in Hollywood. Actually, that's where he is.
Well, go ahead with this windy
Okay, well, here we
wind
go.
machine you've got.
Off to Mars with a little Martian atmosphere.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just open the valve here. Now I have to take 3 deep breaths to get the regular atmosphere out of my lungs and get this atmosphere in.
Yeah, where's that going to go, that air?
Well, if I get a good grip on the floor, I won't float off, and the rest of it will be in me.
You want to leave your name and address before you...
Maybe I better. I've played it safe a few times so far. I think I can manage one more.
All right. First whiff he got was the cigar.
I am now talking to you in my natural speaking voice. I've learned to talk a long time with this gas. Actually, the helium in here vibrates your vocal cords at a different speed. Now, as I take a deep breath, you can hear my voice gradually come back. Now it's headed down to normal. One more deep breath, and it'll be back where it was before.
Very interesting, Robin. Would it be safe for anyone to try it?
Actually, Groucho, it's quite harmless. Anybody could do it. Would you like to try it?
No, thanks.
Oh, well, you know, it's...
The last time I inhaled helium, the dentist took out 3 of my teeth, leaving me a total of 2.
This really...
You would like to try this?
No, thanks.
George? Would you put this on? I've been interested in you for a long time, and I want to see how you react to this.
I thought I was just going to bring things in and out.
You're going to do the after they carry you out, huh?
I make my living with this thing.
Well,
it may stay there.
No, it won't. I'll guarantee, if it changes your voice, I'll give you $5.
That's fair.
Come on, George, try.
Okay.
What do I do?
You have to take a deep breath, let your breath out, and take a deep one of this gas, and we'll do this 3 times. Now, on the last one, don't let your breath out. Start talking beforehand, otherwise it'll all go out and naturally you'll be right back where you started.
Which you certainly don't want to be.
Absolutely not.
And you have something to say in mind, and don't laugh, or it'll just all go right out. Okay, now exhale. Okay, now take a deep one. Out. Another deep one. Out. Okay, one more. Now don't let it out. Whoops. One more. Don't let it out. Start talking.
What do you want me to say? George, you did just great that time.
Well, that's a wonderful
Would
invention.
you like to take it off?
George,
Yes.
I want you to be out here and keep an eye on this girl's toe because she's liable to get it stuck in the microphone. Now, from our list of 22 categories, you have selected American history. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. And remember your partner, so before you answer, you discuss it with this fair-haired boy over here. Who saved? No, who saved is the... Some of that stuff is still in the air, you know. Who saved is the first Secretary of the Treasury?
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander's Ragtime Hamilton, that's right.
You have one right.
What was the famous political slogan which involved the disputed boundary of the Oregon Territory?
54-40 or fight.
Yeah, I used to have a girl with those measurements. And boy, did we fight.
You have two right.
This
now.
was around the Oregon Territory, too. It was up in Portland. Now, who was the able senator who opposed Abraham Lincoln in a series of memorable debates?
Douglas?
Stephen Douglas is right.
One more right, and you'll have $1,000.
What president lived at Monticello?
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson is right.
Got 4 in a row, so you win $1,000.
Now, that's very good. He answered all those questions. Now, look, you won $1,000. You can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try to double your money. You may even get a chance at $10,000. So go over there and sit down and think it over, and thanks for being on the show.
Groucho, Miss Ravoda Frierson and Mr. Willie Spurlock are waiting to talk to you. So, folks, you go in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Well, how'd you do?
Yeah, hello, how are you?
Willie Spurlock and Ravoda Frierson. Is that how you pronounce
Well,
it?
no, that's not exactly right. It's Ravoda Frierson.
Oh, Ravoda Frierson?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from, Ravoda?
I was born in Arkansas.
In Arkansas, huh?
Right.
When did you leave Arkansas?
Well, I left when I was 17 years old. I went to San Francisco to go to college. First, I went there to study nursing. Aside from being too dumb, I just did all right until I got to anatomy. And then I walked in there one day, and they had this dead man laying out there. And the man said, Miss Frierson, would you come up and cut out the torso muscle? And I said, what did you say? And he said... And he said, the torso muscle. And I said, are you kidding? He said, well, now...
And the next morning, you were back in Little Rock.
No, not exactly. You see, he told me to go up and cut out the muscle, and he said, now, how do you expect to finish this course if you don't cooperate? I said, who's not cooperating? It's this poor sap here that can't cooperate.
Well, don't go away, Ravoda. I'll get back to you, huh? Now, you're Willie Spurlock, aren't you, huh?
Right.
What do you think of Ravoda, Willie?
I think she's a very pretty girl.
Are you married, Willie?
Sure am.
In that case, you realize that any thinking you do about Ravoda is merely wishful thinking. What's so pretty about her, Willie?
Well, she's... pretty shape. I think she's over cute.
What's that? Well, I think she is, too. Now, you say you're married, huh?
Yeah.
How did you meet Mrs. Spurlock?
Well, I was working at a little gas station. She used to come up there to catch a streetcar every morning.
Willie, you couldn't get in a little old gas station. You mean it was a big old gas station?
Otherwise...
What do you think of Willie, Ravoda?
Yeah, he's a pretty big man there.
Well, this is a mutual admiration society. Well, how did you meet the missus?
Well, I was working at a little gas station. She used to come up there to catch a streetcar every morning.
In a gas station? She caught a streetcar?
She caught a streetcar running by the gas station on the street there. So I just called over and tried to give her a pair of nylon stockings. She never would accept them.
Now, wait a minute. You're selling nylon stockings in a gas station?
Well, kind of hard to get then, so we had quite a few.
Well, what was there about her that attracted you so strongly that you were willing to give away your nylons?
Well, she was a little low and bow-legged. I like them bow-legged.
Little, low, and bow-legged? That sounds like a law firm. Why did you like bow legs, Willie?
I always thought all bow-leg girls was awful pretty.
Well, now look, can you get a regular pair of nylons on a girl if she's bow-legged?
I don't know, I never tried it.
But is it practical? Can you put a pair of regular nylons on a bow-leg?
yes,
Or do they
it's
make
easy.
bow-legged stockings?
No, it's easy to get a pair of straight stockings on a bow-legged woman.
If that isn't the title of a song, I never heard one. Where are you working now, Willie?
Kelly Service, Beverly Hills.
Oh, Kelly's, yeah. I've seen you there. Don't you sleep next to the third pump from the end? Now, Ravoida, let's get back to you. I forgot to ask you a very important question.
Yes.
Are you married?
No,
You're not married?
no,
Are you engaged?
no.
How old are you?
22,
And you're not married and you're not engaged?
no.
Well, that's what happens when you haven't got bow legs. Well, are you gainfully employed?
Yes, I'm a nightclub singer.
Oh, you're a singer.
Yes.
And where have you been singing?
Well, I started in San Francisco at the Purple Onion, and then I opened the Purple Onion here in Hollywood. I went to the Ye Little Club in Beverly Hills. And
Oh,
then
that's on Cannon, huh?
Yes.
That's right near where Willie works.
That's right. It's funny, we never met.
No. Well, that's the end of Willie, I can see that.
Well, then I went to New York to the Village Vanguard, and I played some of the supper clubs in Boston and New Jersey, and I just closed in Canada.
Well, oh, really? Well, the next time I see Ravoida Frierson on a nightclub marquee, I'll stop in and see you, okay?
Well, okay, but I don't think you'll be seeing Revoida Frierson
Why, you
since
wouldn't be
my
there?
professional name is Ketty Lester.
Oh, Ketty Lester.
That's
huh?
right.
Well, could you give us a sample of your style right now?
Well, I'd love to if the band could help me out there a bit.
Well, what would you like to sing?
You do something to me.
No, that's besides the point. What is the name of the song?
You do something to me, yes, you do.
And what key would you sing that in, kid?
Well, it's with 2 flats.
Two flats?
The key
That would
with
be
2
B
flats.
flat.
Yes, that's good.
Now, would you like a couple of the musicians to come up and help
Oh,
you?
I'd love that.
Would-
Yes, indeed.
Could you get a little brass up here to kind of steam it up? Huh? Would you like a little
exactly.
steam?
Heat us up here, Vic.
Would you like a little steam here, Willie? I'll tell you what you do. You start singing, and they will come up and join you. How's that?
Oh, that's fine.
You do something to me, something that simply mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be you've got the power to hypnotize me? Let me live neath your spell, do that voodoo that you do so well, for you do something to me that nobody else can do. You do something to me, something that simply mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be you've got the power to hypnotize me? Let me live neath your spell, do that voodoo that you do so well, for you do something to me that nobody else can, nobody else can, that nobody else can do.
Thank you, boys. Kenny, that was just great.
What you think?
Hey, you're going to be one of our top stars before long. There's very few people can sing that hot. Willie, how'd you like Ketty singing?
I think it was awful fine.
You think it was what?
Awful fine.
Awful fine. That's the qualifying compliment of the year right there. All right. Now, let's see how you two work together in the quiz. Huh?
Oh, dear.
No.
I just told you how dumb I was. I was
Well.
hoping we wouldn't have to prove it, but then I...
You're... Now, remember your partner, so don't answer before you discuss
I won't.
it.
In fact, I have to get the answer. You know how you know that.
You selected Mother Goose rhyme.
Yes, but unfortunately, I don't know anything about Mother Goose. But then what can you do, you know?
Well, you can't do anything. Huh? If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. Now, are you ready? All right, who killed Cock Robin? Take a guess.
All right, who killed him? He says he don't know. But...
Who was it, George?
I said the sparrow with my little arrow.
That's right. Well, you got one right. Huh?
Good for you.
Yeah, thanks, yeah. I knew we'd get this thing somewhere.
Who was the little girl who watched the sheep?
Who was the... Come on. Oh, I beg your pardon?
They're not even discussing the quiz. George, have you seen this quiz?
No.
Well, I'm going to let you help. Because she's a singer.
Come on, Silly.
I'm going to let
Kill
George...
Cock Robin.
No.
Speak up, George.
I think we got
I'll give the answer. You give them to me.
All right.
I'll give
What was
it.
the question now?
Who was the little girl who watched the sheep?
Oh, he says Little Bo Peep.
That's right. Now, George has got 2 right. Now, give me the next line after this. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden...
Grow.
That's right.
Oh,
You're right.
pardon me.
That's right. How does your
I got
garden...
that.
No, that's right.
We now have 3
Now,
right.
you got it right. What was the queen doing while the king was in his counting house? He was eating bread and...
Must have been right.
No, he wasn't drinking.
Hunting is...
No.
That's right, he was eating bread and hunting, huh? Well, you got 4 right. We can't go any further.
And you win $1,000.
Now, you won $1,000. Now, you can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try to double your money.
We can keep it and quit, because I'm...
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. It was very nice having you. We're ready to see who wants to get a crack at all the money. Will you bring out the first couple?
All right, Robin Stevens and Virginia Schoen. Would you come out again, please?
Now you've won $1,000 so far. If you decide to try for the 10 and you fail, you wind up with a total of $500. Now what are you going to do?
We're going to try.
You're going to try. All right. All right. You're going to for the big money. Now get together and pick a number from 1 to 10 and then spin the wheel. If any number besides the one you pick comes up, the question is worth $2,000. If your number comes up, this question is worth $10,000. Now, what number do you want? What number?
7 we're going to try.
7. All right, give it a turn. Your number was 7 and landed on 4, so this question is worth $2,000.
Halfway between.
For $2,000, what is the official national motto of the United States? Talk it over. One answer. Wait till the music subsides. What is it?
Union?
What is it?
Pluribus unum.
No, I'm sorry. It's In God We Trust.
Here he is, the one, the only...
Well, here I'm time again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra $100.
On deck. So, folks, come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Robin Stevens and Virginia Schoen. These are both girls' names. Now, which one is Robin?
That's me, Groucho. I'm Robin.
You're Robin, huh? How'd you get a girl's name, Robin?
Well, that's really not a girl's name in Scotland, and that's where it comes from, Groucho.
Yeah, but you're not in Scotland.
Well, my grandfather, great-great-grandfather, was a duke in Scotland.
Oh. Now, you're Virginia Schoen, right?
Yes,
Is that the way you pronounce it, Schoen?
yes.
Haven't I seen you someplace before, Virginia? Have you been on our show before?
No.
Well, you have a very familiar look. Why is that? I've
Well-
seen you someplace.
Maybe you saw me in the papers
In the papers?
a few weeks ago.
Oh, yes. No, you were appointed to represent the United States at the United Nations. Is that right?
No, I caught my toe in the refrigerator door.
Well, I don't understand. How come you got your toe caught in the icebox? What were you doing? Were you defrosting yourself?
No, I was playing dominoes with my neighbor and...
Oh, well, now that clears that up. You didn't say that. Dominoes sure has changed since I was alive.
Well,
I always play with my toes in the cookie jar. Skip, you'll pardon me if I seem dense, but could you give us the whole story? Tell us what happened.
Well, briefly, I was sitting at my breakfast nook, and I was playing dominoes, and I put my foot up on the refrigerator,
You were playing dominoes alone?
No, with my next-door neighbor.
Oh.
And I put my foot up there, and I wiggled my toe in that hole where my handle had been removed, and my toe went